Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to complete the Jack-o'-lantern or Headless Horseman quest. So this obviously can be a bit confused because I think a lot of people are giving out a lot of misinformation in it. So this is pretty much how you're going to do this. So as you see, frightful Jack-o'-lantern. So I thought it was a literal lantern. I don't think it is a lantern, but what we're going to do is there's first thing you need to get. So I would recommend fishing here for it. So in the actual event zone, you're going to want to fish here. And the next thing you're actually going to need is a relic. So there's a specific relic you need to get. It's going to be the frightful relic. So you're going to have to get this relic right here. So to get this relic, you're going to have to wait for the flying duchess to spawn in. It'll say like when it spawns in and where it spawns in. So depending on where it spawns in, so like this is the graveyard, it would say, you know, spawned in at the graveyard. I was not paying attention, so there's a chance it spawned in and I would just have to go find it. It'll pretty much just be floating somewhere. Once again, it'll just say it spawned in and then you can just go and check. Yeah, there it is. So this is the flying duchess back here. So this is boom. So in the flying duchess right now, we have the eerie relic, which this is necessary for something else. Then we have the witch's pot, no clue what this does, and the Dusicure rod. So this is like a new admin rod, I believe. I mean, it's really broken, I guarantee. So what we're going to start off by doing is getting the relic. So once you have the relic, you're going to use this for enchanting, and this is going to give you a chance, I believe, to get the frightful enchant. So you're going to use this at Keeper's Altar, and you're going to give a 10% chance to get the frightful mutation, 50% plus progress speed, and minus 20% resilience. So actually a decent enchant in general. And so I believe this is a secondary enchant, maybe. Some of these are secondary enchants. So you know what secondary enchants mean? It's pretty much like you enchant your rod. You have the main one like Herculean, and then Chirogenic is a secondary. So I can put this on a rod that I don't really need a buff to stats. So I'm probably going to put it on, honestly, something like the Luminescent Oath is a pretty decent rod, I would honestly say, for this. So I might put it on, actually no, because this has its own enchant. So I should probably put it on something else that doesn't have a passive that gives an enchant. So now obviously you can get the enchant again, or the relic again, so you don't have to worry about this too much, since I mean I was able to get it relatively fast. So I'm going to put it on, you know, let's do the no life rod. Let's put it on the no life rod. Boom. So yeah, this is a main enchant, so it's not a secondary. I think the eerie one and the frightful relic, or the spooky and eerie relic, are secondary. So now that we have the frightful enchant on this, as you see, 10% chance for frightful mutation, a progress speed increase. As you see, the flying Dutchman has arrived at the graveyard. That's what it's going to look like. Sorry for the misinformation. You'll be fishing, right? You'll get something, and you'll have a 10% chance to get this enchant. Now, what you're pretty much going to have to do is try to get the frightful Jack-o'-lantern, as it is called. So the Jack-o'-lantern is something you're going to catch. So as you see, frightful pumpkin fish, we actually got the frightful enchant on that. So something like that. Now, the other thing you can get is the spooky rod. So the spooky rod, I believe, has a passive as well for getting the mutation as well. As you see, it has its own little passive ability, but it can also get the frightful enchant. So frightful can be obtained either by the relic if you want to put it on something, or you can get the spooky rod. Now, to get the spooky rod, if you don't know how to get this, I mean, this is probably one of the easiest ways to get it. So you're going to get a bunch of witch ingredients, and it's really just a random item you can get. I think it's like the 4th or 5th, since it's like progressive through this, but that's pretty much it. And then you just got to catch it for the most part. I would recommend an Aurora if you can. I don't really directly know what you need for it, and I don't think you can get it through trick-or-treating, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. I will pin my own comment if I do manage to get one and, you know, give it away.